Welcome to Retirement Wealth Blueprint, where we help you save smarter, invest wisely, and retire stress-free. If you want to make the most of your 401k, hit that subscribe button. Now, let's dive into the biggest 401k mistakes that could ruin your retirement. Listen, retirement's supposed to be the golden years, right? Time to kick back, relax, and enjoy the fruits of your labor. But too many folks end up staring at their 401k statements with a pit in their stomachs, wondering where they went wrong. Make a few wrong moves and you could be eating cat food instead of steak dinners in retirement. That's why I'm here to break down the biggest 401k blunders that could derail your retirement dreams, and more importantly, how to avoid them. We're going to talk about starting early, maxing out those employer matches, and investing wisely. Stick around, hit that subscribe button, and let's get you on the path to a retirement that's truly golden. Let me tell you something, folks. Time is your greatest asset when it comes to retirement savings. You've heard of compound interest, right? It's like magic, but instead of pulling a rabbit out of a hat, you're pulling money out of thin air. See, when you invest early, your money starts earning interest, but here's the kicker. That interest earns interest too. It's a snowball effect that can turn even small contributions into a mountain of cash over time. Think of it like this. You start investing $100 a month at age 25. By the time you hit 65, you've put in $48,000 of your own money. Thanks to the magic of compound growth, you could be sitting on a nest egg worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now let's say you wait until you're 35 to start investing that same $100 a month. You're missing out on 10 whole years of compound growth. You'll still end up with a decent chunk of change, but it'll be a whole lot smaller than if you had started sooner. The bottom line is this: the sooner you start saving, the better. Let me tell you something, folks, there ain't no such thing as a free lunch. Except when it comes to your 401k employer match. This is like finding a $20 bill in your pocket, but instead of spending it on a latte, you're investing it in your future. Imagine this, your company offers a 50% match on your 401k contributions up to 6% of your salary. You're making $50,000 a year, so that's a potential $1,500 in free money they're offering you. But here's where folks mess up. They get scared of putting in too much, so they only contribute 3%. Now 3% is better than nothing, but you're leaving half of that free money on the table. Well, that employer match is free money and you deserve every penny of it. Max out that match and watch your retirement savings grow like a weed. Now, I know some of you are sitting there thinking, Dave, investing sounds risky. I don't want to lose all my hard-earned money. And you know what? I get it. Nobody wants to gamble with their future. But here's the thing. Playing it too safe can be just as risky as being reckless. See, if you stuff all your money under the mattress or park it in a low-yield savings account, you're losing ground to inflation. That's right, your money is actually losing value over time. So, what's the solution? You gotta invest for growth. And no, I'm not talking about chasing get-rich-quick schemes or putting all your eggs in one basket. I'm talking about investing in a diversified portfolio of stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. Now I know what you're thinking. Stocks? Dave, those things go up and down like a yo-yo, and you're right, they do. But over the long term, the stock market has consistently trended upwards. The key is to have a long-term perspective. Don't panic when the market takes a dip. The sooner you start, the more time your money has to grow. Alright folks, we've talked about the importance of investing for growth, but here's another thing. You can't just set it and forget it. Your 401k isn't a crockpot. You can't just throw everything in, turn it on low and walk away. Just like a car needs regular tune-ups to run smoothly, your investment portfolio needs regular maintenance to stay on track. That's where rebalancing comes in. Think of your portfolio like a pie chart. You've got different slices representing different asset classes. Stocks, bonds, maybe some real estate or international funds. Over time, those slices can start to shift as the market fluctuates. Maybe the stock market takes off and suddenly, your stock slice is taking up half the pie. That might mean you're overexposed to risk, or maybe the bond market rallies and your bond slice gets too big. That could mean you're missing out on potential growth. Rebalancing is all about bringing your portfolio back into alignment with your original investment goals and risk tolerance. Now, I'm not saying you need to obsess over your portfolio every single day, but it's a good idea to review it at least once a year and make adjustments as needed. Regular rebalancing helps keep your portfolio healthy and on track for the long haul. Let me tell you something, folks. Your 401k is not an emergency fund. It's not a piggy bank to raid every time you need a new TV or want to go on a fancy vacation. It's your retirement nest egg, and you need to treat it with respect. I know it can be tempting to dip into your 401k when you're facing a financial crunch, but trust me, it's almost always a bad idea. Why? Because the government slaps you with a hefty penalty for early withdrawals. That's right, if you withdraw money from your 401k before age 59 and a half, you'll get hit with a 10% penalty on top of your regular income taxes. That's like throwing money out the window. When you withdraw money early, you're not just losing that money, you're losing out on all the potential growth it could have earned over time. Now I understand that sometimes life throws you a curveball, but before you even think about touching your 401k, exhaust all other options. Do whatever it takes to avoid raiding your retirement savings. Remember, your 401k is for one thing and one thing only, your retirement. Okay folks, you've worked hard, saved diligently, and now retirement is finally on the horizon. Congratulations! But before you start planning those cruises and golf outings, there's one more crucial piece of the puzzle: your retirement withdrawal strategy. You see, it's not enough to simply accumulate a big pile of money in your 401k. You need to have a plan for how you're going to make that money last throughout your golden years. Otherwise, you risk running out of cash before you run out of life. So, how do you create a solid withdrawal strategy? Well, it starts with figuring out how much money you'll need to cover your expenses in retirement. And no, I'm not talking about a guesstimate here. I'm talking about a detailed budget that takes into account your housing, healthcare, transportation, entertainment, and everything in between. Once you have a handle on your expenses, you can start thinking about how much you can safely withdraw from your savings each year. A good rule of thumb is the 4% rule, which suggests withdrawing 4% of your portfolio balance in your first year of retirement and adjusting for inflation each year thereafter. But here's the thing, the 4% rule is just a guideline, not a guarantee. Your actual withdrawal rate will depend on your individual circumstances, such as your life expectancy, investment returns, and risk tolerance. There you have it, folks. The biggest 401k mistakes that could derail your retirement dreams and how to avoid them. Remember, a comfortable retirement doesn't happen by accident. It takes planning, discipline, and a little bit of know-how. If you follow these steps, you'll be well on your way to a retirement that's truly golden. Now go out there and make it happen. Want to make the most of your 401k? Hit that subscribe button for expert retirement tips from Retirement Wealth Blueprint.